My name is Katie Adele. I'm doing this for my math class. I'm a student at Hill College. I don't know where to go from this except, I guess, a little bit about myself. Once I'm done with college, I want to be a teacher, preferably elementary age kids. But do I want to teach math? Not really. It's just a class that I have to take in order to get my degree. So, but not that, not learning new stuff is not important, because, well, math is important. Every life, kids. Anyway, let's get going. Some examples of what students will be learning, well, obviously, with this subject being math. Some examples are fractions, add and subtract fractions, multiply and divide them, how to add and subtract integers. I personally struggled with those the most, honestly, as being a math student myself, and like doing anything related to fractions. I hated fractions. I didn't like them. They were my friend. How to add and subtract integers. This one I kind of struggled with, depending on like if it was positive or negative, whether or not it had to be a negative number or positive, especially when it came to adding and subtracting them, or multiplying and dividing, and so much more. Engagement. Like I mentioned before, I personally struggled with math and always have and always most likely will. Math for most students is honestly a difficult subject to learn. Students, honestly, I feel like need to learn math in a fun way to help them better understand the subject. For example, one way a teacher can teach a student how to do a math problem is explain how to do it first, and then give a question, and then give examples and showing the student how to do a problem, and then have the students engage in trying to solve a math problem themselves. Exploration. For me, some things I like doing, well, I guess what I remember and what I liked about school was honestly the hands-on stuff. I'm definitely hands-on person. I learn better that way, especially learning in person in school. Some things I remember having was, the little, uh, there were the little tiny, like, square, um, counting squares and counting dots, and like fraction strips are definitely a great tool to help students learn. The big idea, honestly, is just to give the students something to look at, a visual, to help them understand a subject better. Like, for example, um, 1/2 and 1/8 are definitely two different sizes of a fraction, and a student might have a better understanding of seeing, like, oh, these can equal the same amount, with the fraction strips, or so on and so forth. A teacher might ask a student for different combinations to get $1 using fake money. I also like the fact that some of my teachers had that growing up. Students might ask a teacher, again, to show an example of how they can, it's like, how do I do this? Show me how to do it. And so they can do it on their own. Just some example of the fraction strips, and this was one thing that I had as a kid. I absolutely loved using these. When explaining a subject to a student, it should be able to be understood by all the students in the classroom. A student shouldn't have to struggle to understand a subject. I mean, no one likes to struggle. I don't like to struggle. I don't know who likes to struggle. When a student's being introduced to a new term, they should have an understanding of what the word means. For example, the word integer simply means a number that is negative or positive. A teacher might find an educational video to help the student understand a new word or a subject. And a teacher might have the students work by themselves or in groups to, again, help them understand the subject themselves. And one thing a teacher might do is have a student show their understanding of a subject by creating a presentation or doing a project. And students might also show their understanding through a fun worksheet that allows them to be creative and get those creative mind flowings. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.